ago that Sean was playing basketball today and injured his Achilles. He said he ripped it. So he texted me from the emergency room and said he's still going to try to be here. But I thought to myself as I texted him back, I just don't see that happening. Because even if you waddled in with your crutch and you're standing here, you would know what was happening. So I said, maybe it's best that we just wait this one out. So I think accepting Sean's award on his behalf, I would really like his partner, Josh Harris, to do so. Josh? Let's all pause for Jerome's tearful musical interlude as Josh is making his way. He's on the phone, of course. That's his agent. We'll send him a picture.
You want a picture? Copy of the picture? It's the good one with the yellow jacket.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'll tell him. He's not coming back next year unless you pay his medical bill.
That's where Tim.
All right, we'll talk to. All right. No, I gotta go. I gotta accept this award. Okay. Yeah, I hope you feel better. Bye.
And this would be, if you can maybe accept that and let him know we were thinking. Feel free if you would like to tell us a Sean story.
If Sean were here, he would want you all to pray for his Achilles. Sean has a great message on his answering machine. You call his cell phone, and Sean is a minister with a ministry, and he has a see it and say it ministry where he wants you to visualize, parts of your life and go in that direction. And if you can see it and in your mind, then you can do it in your life. And Sean's message on his cell phone is, don't think of a bend. A bend of the road is not the end of the road.
That's it.
So make the turn today. And the first 3 times we called him, we were laughing so hard we couldn't leave a message because we didn't know that Sean was a minister, and we got told Sean was a minister by his message. And it was like, oh, all right. So, and then later we were like, hey, Ben in the road. And he's like, well, I have a ministry I work out of my house. And we felt about this guy.
Yeah.
So,
we were trying to make a joke out of something we had no idea.
Right. We had no idea exactly how serious it is. So I accept this award on behalf of Sean. And Sean will be back next year. So you got that working for you.
Absolutely.
I won't be, but Sean, no.
Well, we'll pay for your medical bills.
Well, there we go. So I could just set this here in memory of Sean.
Okay. Thank you, Sean Cook. Next person I'd like to recognize tonight was bitten by a black widow spider prior to his first game. Oh, that's right. Allegedly, the black widow spider. We just thought he was a bad announcer. Dan O'Connell is our play-by-play announcer for the ladies' games, the Hawks games. And he was bitten by a black widow spider the night before his first broadcasting gig. So he announced the game a lot like this. And yep. So, because he was so medicated from, I think it was the night before, was it the day of? The night before he got bit by a spider, and he had to, the interesting thing about when you get bitten by a black widow, you have to also capture the spider for the venom for the shot, correct? So I'm picturing Dan, you've got to tell the story to the people out there, not only getting bit by the black widow, but then trying to catch the black widow and then taking it to the hospital and then giving it to the doctor, sticking it, here, doc, and they're like, ah! Here's the black widow, fix me up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Dan O'Connell. This will inspire you to get over that black widow bite, that music. Dan, congratulations.
Thank you, man. And what these stairs. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you. Spider. No, that actually is a true story. I was bitten, not allegedly, this is true. I was bitten around 10 o'clock the night before my first game, and it is probably one of the most intense pains you'll ever go through, so take a stab at it. And
The spider did.
it did, right in my back. But no, this was a great experience. For my love of sports, I've loved sports since I was about 9 years old, and this is like a dream almost, because you don't get to go into one room and audition to do something like this. I mean, you dreamed one day to do this, be on ESPN or something, but just to get a good stab in the dark at it, it's a lot of fun. And from my blooper reel, you're gonna see, it's gonna be interesting to see how I can improve myself into the future, and I'll stay out of the woods. Make sure this doesn't happen again. But I love the picture too. Thank you.
That's beautiful. It looks
It
like
is.
you're in action.
I am in action.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, this was a great experience, and textbooks aren't going to capture moments like that, and it's going to be a much different experience. Like next year, moving on to the future, this is going to be huge if we can keep this up. This is going to be a great time, a great experience. It's a plan. It's going to work. It's going to work. But yeah, I really don't have much to say. I'm just sitting here babbling here. But I'll say thank you again, Eric.
Sure,
And,
absolutely.
Absolutely, and I will take my seat and be quiet and watch the Bloopers.
Thank you much. You left a lot of these notes up here. Dan, you can get to these notes. Oh, what are just a bunch of paper you hang out with, I guess? Your announcing notes. Oh, these are announcing notes from the last game 2 months ago. Should have used them. Anyway, our next individual I'm going to recognize tonight, I should have made a bet with. One of the last nights we were covering basketball, she had bet me that she weighed a certain amount. And I said, there's no way you weigh that much. She goes, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So we actually went down to the weight room after the game to where the scales were, because I wanted to see myself that she weighed as much as she was telling me. She didn't. It was 2 pounds, but it was still 2 pounds nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, Kylee Jones. This will inspire you to lose more weight. Congratulations.
I'm actually gonna wait for the music to stop. It's kind of cool.
Well, okay, we'll just do some cross puppets.
Just roll.
Nice
It really
call,
is.
Jerome.
Really is. Thanks, Jerome. Okay, that's the drums. I'm actually kind of speechless right now because of all the new things that we're actually going to get for CSMTV. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be here next year. I'm actually, if no one ever knew this, I am only 18. So that means I'm still in high school. So I actually got this pre-experience before I go to college in the fall this semester in 2008 at LaSalle University. So I think this, but I do want to thank Eric. This is a great experience, like everyone else has said. You know, you actually get hands-on training. And, you know, you really can't get this from the textbooks. You can learn a lot in mass communication 1010 or 101. But I think you'll really learn, actually, when you get behind the camera or when you get in front. And, you know, you kind of perfect yourself so you know how to deliver, you know, different games. So I just want to say thank you again. And I'm actually going to be back this summer. So don't forget me, Eric.
Good. I have no intention. I can never forget you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Kylee, anytime we can be a stepping stone for you, just step away. Our next and final recipient of our sports announcing team tonight was the gentleman who did the welcoming, Mr. Josh Harris. He has done the play-by-play for the Hawks this year. He is the voice of the Hawks, as he's proud to remind everyone, even on my answering machine, all the time. Along with where he'll call me and say, "Hello, this is some old lady watching your voicemail. I love that sexy Josh Harris. I like his partner too. He's not as funny, but I like Josh Harris." Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Harris, you got to get the music in. Congratulations.
Thank you. Why is this in Spanish, Eric?
No Espanol. This is your 2 minutes.
I know. I
This is
feel
your
like I'm
15
being played
minutes
out.
of fame.
I feel like I'm being played out.
Right
at
out
the
there.
Oscars.
It's your 15 minutes. Millions are watching. Good luck.
This does validate on my resume where it says just CSM Voice of the Hawks. It doesn't have any specifications of what I did or who I did it with or anything else. So Dan, I would recommend you do that as well. Just Voice of the Hawks, Jerome. I mean, you feel free to use it. It's not trademarked yet. I mean, Eric's working on it. This is actually impressive to me because this is a picture of me looking at the camera, unlike on the website where I'm looking like this. It's a great picture of Sean, and you look at me, and like I'm showing people, like that really is me, and like it looks like the top of your head, but I'm not really sure. It could be the top of anybody's head. This was a great experience. I did not learn anything from Eric though, because I mean it's Eric. I mean you've had to listen to him up
I'm
here
more
with the
annoying than
slides.
helpful.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Don't be so hard on yourself.
No.
Let me do that. It was a great experience. I'd like to thank my wife and my kids. It was a lot of time away from them. And they were
And your new artist in the family who designed the new Hawks mascot.
new Hawks
that will be
logo.
on, I'm sure, the main website tomorrow.
trademarks.
Yep.
Maybe on the website tomorrow so we can make it a background. Feel free to make it a background on your computer. Just put $1 in an envelope and send it. It'll be just fine. No postage necessary. It's kind of like Santa Claus. Just write Josh Harris on the top. It'll get to me. I'm well known in the county. But no, thanks to my wife Marilyn and my kids, who I try to mention almost every other game. Eric didn't cut it out. Thanks, Eric. But no, I mean, it looks great. It looks like we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. We're going to try and get some stuff nailed down and, and put up on the screen. And I tell people all the time, first watch the women's game. And then, if you want to be entertained, then watch the men's game. I mean, it's, No, I'm just kidding. You guys did a great job. Kylee did a great job. Grace, thanks for the 1.5 games you did with us. One more story, and then I'll sit down because I'm the longest talker out of everybody because I don't have a problem with talking 2.5 hours. I was hoping they never call a time.
So good we put you last.
Right. That's why. That's fine. I'm tallest and I talk the most. We go to Chesapeake to call a game. The Hawks made the playoffs. A team, fell apart, and Rick went and punched another coach, and then we made the playoffs. So that's usually how it works. And
We woke up Monday, it's like, playoffs?
right, we're Dick Vermeil all over again. So we go to Chesapeake, we go across the bridge, and for those of you that don't know where Chesapeake is, if you go across the Bay Bridge and you get into that part of Maryland, which is like kind of quasi-eastern shore, there's a big space, and then there's like a college on the right-hand side. Well, it doesn't look like a college because Sean drove past it like 3 or 4 times and is on the phone with me. The big glass building that I just drove past again, because these guys GPS everything. So when on the GPS, it's a big field with a dot in the middle of it that says Chesapeake College. So we get there and everything else, and we're leaving. We go up, at halftime. We have the lead at halftime. We end up losing to Chesapeake, which we all took pretty hard. Women lost because Jerome was there, and the men lost because Dan was there. So it's just see, they shouldn't have let me go last. It's horrible. And we get on the bridge to come home, and I'm calling my wife Marilyn. And I'm saying, all right, we're on our way home, and they closed the Bay Bridge. I've been here for almost 30 years.
It was snow, wasn't it?
No, it was nothing.
Construction.
It was nothing. We never found out exactly what it was. We're accident bridge. It could be. And I call back, and I have to make that dreaded phone call that anybody who's married knows. I was just kidding. I'm not coming back. They've closed the bridge. But we ended up getting back, and I had a great experience. Thanks, Eric. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Just because now I have the last word with Josh. Marilyn, I don't know what Bay Bridge he's talking about. It was open all night. I don't remember. We got home early, but home by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I don't know what. No, okay. All right. What? Oh, it's the college's camera. No, I'm not driving the car with the Steelers logo anymore. No. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to my favorite part of the night, and hopefully one of the lighter parts of the night, where we get to see the best moments of our announcers in action. And affectionately referred to as the blooper reel. Here's the 2008 announcers. I just have to find it. Oh, I remember. We set this up. I have to change. You were supposed to shout Channel 98. Yeah, we got creative because it wasn't working about 2 hours ago. So I have to tap Channel 98. Sports bloopers at their finest.
Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Okay, so I've got nothing else for you, so I think we should probably go to commercial.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching us on CSM Hawks Channel 98, the home of the Hawks.
Thanks, Kyle. That really is an insight into the guy, into Mr.
And so, well, we're stuck with words. We have nothing to say. We'll take you to a commercial break, and when we get back, we will see the CSM Lady Hawks taking on the Nova. The Nova, I don't know.
Okay, hold on. You gotta hold your mic like this, not like a singer.
No?
Did you read the email?
Hold it like a...
Announcer, maybe.
Okay.
Unchain my heart, say you love me again.
Well, I'm too good.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I'm too good.
It's okay.
So we're going to send you to a commercial break, and when we come back, you will see your CSM Lady Hawks taking on the Chesapeake Skipjacks. You're watching Channel 98, the CSM Sports Network. Lady Hawks, action.
What the hell did you say?
I don't know.
3, 2, and Dan likes men.
Thanks, Kyla.
Well, it's a good hit blooper reel. Here we go.
Okay.
And that's the injuries for tonight and the new player. And kiss my ass, Dan.
Thanks, Kyla. Well, Jerome, what do you Cut. I didn't hear what he said. That's why I
You said kiss my ass, Dan.
Now, I'm going to do something that the folks at home in TV land have been wanting me to do for years, even though we've only been on for 6 or 7 games. I'm actually removing Sean right now. It's my halftime show, and I'm going to treat you to what you should do with a sandwich. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just a sandwich. Let me show you. This is a sandwich.
Well, Jerome, with the injuries and the new player, she hasn't proven herself. She hasn't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nest.
Let's just
Eric, I see you in there, Eric.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nest, home of the Hawks. We're here on Channel 98, home of Hawks CSM basketball. I'm here with my co-anchor, Sean Cook. How you doing tonight, Sean?
I'm doing wonderful. Good evening, everyone, and I'm glad.
Sean has a bit of the giggles. We're going to actually try that again, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to do that one more again.
Eric.
We got our 4 sophomores with Tanya Seitz, Katie Kidd, and Jerome. Do you remember the other 2?
Our other 2 sophomores include.
It doesn't. Hey, Jerome, it doesn't matter.
Eric, I'm coming to get you, Eric.
Okay, good.
Men.
Yeah.
Men. Eric.
You guys ready? No, but let's go anyway.
I know, it's hard to show him up now, but give it a shot.
Eric, I hope you have a heart attack in your sleep.
Look at me, Eric. I'm talking into 2 microphones.
Down at halftime. Okay, and down at. Take a bow, Eric. Take a bow.
Our dictating director, Eric.
So this was more of like relaxed. This
My way or the highway.
Thanks, name's Josh, and I'm down here with LaShawn Nash, and I'm going to ask you 5 questions so that fans can get to know you a little bit more. What's your favorite food?
Can you ask the question again?
What's your favorite food?
Well, coming from where I came up from, my mother, she enjoyed to cook chimichangas. And I always liked chimichangas.
Okay, favorite hobby beside basketball?
I like to spend my time doing arts and crafts, basket weaving. You know, I like to stay peaceful. You know, in the off season, it's intense thinking, critical thinking.
Okay. ¿Dónde está el biblioteca?
And Hey, ¿dónde está el biblioteca? Nobody knows where.
Okay. Your favorite NBA basketball team and player?
Well, I'm not in the NBA yet, but I strive to be. You know, I like to play basketball, but the way arts and crafts are going right now, I feel like I have a long journey ahead of me. And because coming from where I came from.
Can you just answer the question?
Well, arts and crafts is my main focus right now. So, you know, whatever teacher that you can imagine.
Okay, we're gonna move on. And finish this sentence. After a game,
Baskets. Yeah, definitely. You know, if you haven't heard, 2008, the basket weaving is taking a stand. It's very important these days, and this is a serious matter. Right now, basket weaving is up. If you haven't voted yet, please vote. If you're not registered to vote.
Okay, thank you, LaShawn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nest, home of the CSM Hawks. We're here on Channel 98, and congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, you've picked the best time to come and watch us. This is Sean Cook's last home game with the Hawks. We're going to do one more game on Friday night, but Sean's not going to be with us for that game. Because he's speechless right now. He's actually lost his voice. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nest. I'm here with my new co-anchor and replacement for Sean Cook, Jerome. Jerome, what is your last name?
Newberry.
Jerome Newberry. That's the last thing he'll say tonight, folks.
I don't even know his name. How are you, Jerome? Don't feel so stiff. What you were doing earlier was perfect. Now you're doing it like...
Yeah, it's because I feel like there's censorship. That's what I feel.
Just, who cares? No one's watching anyway.
You can only... And I see Coach Mitchell has Kyla down... Now I see Coach Mitchell... Now I see Kyla has Coach Mitchell down at...
And I see that Kyla has Coach Mitchell down on the court. Kyla.
And I see that Kyla has Coach Mitchell down on the court. Kyla? Perfect. Yeah, okay. You are watching the Hawk Sports Network on CSMTV Channel 98.
You're just jealous.
Forget where you got it from. Wait.
That's it. It's over. We got a couple things to apologize for, but we're not going to do it because that's not what we do.
Right, we're not going to apologize.
If you misheard anything, if you misunderstood anything, if we mangled your name, if we mangled your friend's name, if we said it wrong, we're terribly sorry.
Hey, thanks for watching, though. We appreciate it.
I will. We'll play it later. Take a look at this last graphic because a lot of people in this room don't know about this just yet. However, basketball coverage this year has been nominated for a 2008 Telly Award. And despite all of those obstacles that you just saw in the last 5 minutes, one of the wonderful things is, let's hope we win. Wouldn't that be hysterical? Despite all of the problems we had to put something like that together. But it really was an amazing thing to do this year. putting basketball on the air, just the basketball games themselves. There's one other award I want to give out tonight, and this is to someone without whom CSMTV wouldn't even stay on the air. He's underpaid, underrecognized, and a lot of times I refer to a couple of my announcers. I say, if I'm Captain Kirk on the Enterprise, then he most certainly would be Scotty. Because without this engineer and his skills, it just wouldn't be possible with some of the things that we get done around here. And even though he probably gets sick of me calling him every Friday night saying, "Why isn't the Midnight Monster Hop on the air that we gave you?" Ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize Mr. Perry Taylor. You gotta come get it, baby. He's our 2008 CSMTV MVP. Well deserved.
Oh, no.
Congratulations.
Well, this is totally unexpected, which most things are with Eric, totally unexpected. Boy, I tell you, it's been a change in CSMTV. We've done a lot of stuff. Eric has kept us really busy. And really, I take this award not only for myself, but for all the guys that work with me. Because, as we all know, everything kind of rolls downhill. But
Sometimes uphill
as
sometimes
well. But it's pretty good, and to see the change that has happened in CSMTV, and to get there and then sit there, and I kind of speed through everything that goes on. So sometimes I see some things, and sometimes I don't. But I see the good work that you guys do out there, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. Thanks, I appreciate it.
All
right.
Well, that's it. That brings us to the end of the banquet, the end of a fun night. I hope everybody's eaten a little too much and laughed a little too hard. That's the whole point. Drive safely. Thank you for coming. And until next year, I'm signing off. See you then. Oh, one last thing. At your tables, there are several chairs with CSMTV crew shirts. They are yours. Please take them. They are yours to keep. If you have the wrong size, exchange it with the neighbor next to you. If you don't have one, see me. I have some up here. What? What's the market value of these? Well, knowing the network, priceless. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next year.
All right.